We in the building.
Nigga lean back so far, you fell off screen.
Back again, you already know ANAX CNT. You are now tuning to the ANAX podcast. Hottest in the city. Told y'all we was coming back with another episode, and guess what? It's going down. Today, I got a very special guest in the building. This brother right here, he's been doing this thing. If you ask me, the top 5 artists from Kansas City, you can't count this brother out. He's been all over the place. Most people out here in Kansas City know who this man is. And before I bring this brother on, I'm going to just let y'all know we got the one and only NOWDAZE in the building! What it is, man? What's poppin'?
Coolin'.
Yeah, man. Good to see you, man.
Earlier I heard you say best in the city. Yeah. You meant best in the world.
Oh, there you go. Correct that. Hey, I'm always willing to learn. So there you go. Best in the world. And you are one of the best.
I'm talking about your show, man.
Oh yeah, what's poppin'?
Come on, man.
Straight up. So let's go straight into it. Let's dive into it, man. So why NOWDAZE?
Nowadays, it's the realization that the only frame of time that has ever existed since the beginning of time has been the current moment. The past doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist. Not here yet. The past already happened. The only thing that is now. So when you know that, you want to make every second of your now hella dope. Doing what you want to do, people you want to be around, fulfilling your purpose.
Nowadays, that's dope. I like that. How did you transition? Because like you spent years building the Irv Da PHENOM image, and that's how I got put on you back in '09. And since then I became a fan. So then all of a sudden, like we in the lap and it's like, yo, it's NOWDAZE. I'm like, wait. What was the hardest part about transition? Because I know a lot of artists out there who sometimes feel like they want to change their identity and their image, and they worry about all the complications and other things.
Your Google searches change, Wikipedia's all that. Yeah, I mean it's not an easy it's not so much of an easy thing logistically when you're looking at like onlines, Googles and all that stuff. You just gotta call your distribution company or wherever your music is, they'll fix all that. But as far as me, it was more important to me as a man to do it. You know, so you know, my fans follow along and they know what's going on, so that's really all I've been concerned about. And any new fans, because I mean there's so many more new fans. To the way I see it, I probably got 5% of the fans I'm gonna have eventually. So like this is very early on to me, even though I've been doing it for a while. And it's kind of like a cool little Easter egg, you know. 5 years down the road, you could be like, oh, I remember whenever he used to be Irv Da PHENOM, and I got the old school stuff, you know. So
right. Why did you decide to make that transition?
I made the transition because it's good to reinvent. It's good to have fresh energy, and like I was telling you about the philosophy, it meant so much to me. I was trying to think, how can I embody this? It's the best way that I can embody it aside from living like that every day. And I was like, I'm just making my name. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to think what record. It was a record I did. I think it's called Wayne Chico. Yeah, it was a record called Wayne Chico. Yeah.
That sounds funny. What's that mean? I don't know what it means.
In Spanish, it's good guy. Like, no más Wayne Chico, no more Mr. Nice Guy.
You speak Spanish?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, the world is black and brown, bro. You know what I mean? You gotta know it. You gotta know it.
That's dope, man. I gotta learn me some Spanish, man. Hey, somebody out there, man, hit my line. If you speak Spanish and you fine, hit my line. Email me.
ANAX Entertainment.
Fine, hit my line.
Hey, hit my line. Hey, hit my line. Straight up.
If you speak Spanish and you fine,
straight up.
hit my line.
Yeah, man. So, I remember being on set with you on that Killer City State of Mind, and I was like, this dude, man, your work ethics is fucking crazy.
Appreciate it, bro.
I was even learning.
Like, came with hella bottles. I'm gonna just tell you like this. If you got a friend who's a recording artist and you come into the video shoot, come with hella bottles like cool.
Straight
Everybody gonna love it. Everybody's like, that's the coolest thing you can do is just come with the bottles. Bring the bottle. He came with so many bottles I'll never forget. I was like, usually everybody come to your video shoot trying to drink all your liquor. Cool came and brought some liquor. I was like, you know what? It's a good guy here.
Right, I appreciate it.
My man.
So, back to my point, like your work ethics is amazing. Like that's part of the reason why David and I, we love just working with you. Not just so much as like you dope, I like creating the music, but the way you carry yourself in the studio, your understanding of the work itself, and just the entire process. Like, what makes you so different, and how did you end up developing such a dope ass work ethics in the studio as a professional musician or whatever?
Well, it started from just the way I was raised, and it just translates into everything else. But yeah, I was raised by a father who I never seen have a boss. He's always worked for himself, always been an entrepreneur. And my family, you know, that urban blood, man, we got something that's just, I don't know how to explain it, bro. We just, best way I could put it, whatever we put our mind to doing, be it good, bad, or ugly. Because I got some crazy cousins. I got some, you know, I love everybody, but we crazy about whatever we put our mind on. And what I happened to put my mind on was the music. And it's in my DNA, bro. Like, straight up, that's the only way I can explain it. Like, my pops started a tire shop 25 years ago.
Wow.
That's something that I've been investing in and taking over so he can go ahead and retire.
Right.
But just from being a little boy, man, watching him work, learning how to work and get my hands dirty. Not like cute little shit like I was up under cars, dirt under my nails. To this day, I still am not too cool to get dirty and do all that. So when you come from getting dirty like that, like it's calluses and shit on my hand. You know what I mean? When you come from that, you go get in an AC air conditioned booth. That's light work, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you want me to sing and rap for 45 minutes?
Right. I'm ready.
I've been doing 10-hour days in like 90-degree weather on the cars. This is easy, yeah. So yeah, that's where it comes from.
I'm saying that because you got a lot of musicians out there who thinks that, okay, well, just cause I know how to rap, I can spit hot 16. Y'all should just think I'm Superman, nigga. I'm the president of the world. They walk around with their chest poking out, thinking they Superman, you know. And that's what I was getting at. So anybody that's watching that either have a dream of becoming somebody big in the future, maybe they can learn something from you. Like, hey, this is the steps I took to become the man that I am today. Why everybody think my work ethics is dope. Because again, you take away the talent, then it's like, yo, what's next?
That's the whole thing.
There's some artists out there, I'm not going to say no name, but I can't stand being in the studio with them for 30 seconds. And that's real shit.
Yeah.
You take away the fact that they paying you to work, and you like, man, fuck, is this nigga calling? Like, that's a 100. I'm not dissing no one. I'm keeping it the fuck. But when Irv called me, when NOWDAZE called me, oh shit, nigga, it's NOWDAZE. Let's go. What time you try to come to the studio? What we doing? You want all day? Nigga, you want 2 weeks of studio time?
Hey, man, don't have nobody mad. Like, that's why I hate in the studio. Hey, man, it ain't me.
You know what I mean? So that's why I kind of wanted to get something out of you. I kind of wanted to get something out of you. So the viewers that's watching, a lot of the young artists that's following the movement can learn. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want. We're not doing this just to do. We're doing it so we can set example for the up-and-coming artists to follow the right path. And I'm so tired of having to keep posting stuff on Facebook over and over. Like, I feel like I'm trying to teach people. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to change the situation we in.
Here's the whole
I'm trying
thing.
to change the world.
You can't. You can lead a horse to water. That's the best way to explain it. Especially when it comes to you can't make them get with the program, because you know it's not always the dude that's in the Facebook comments or at the rap show. It's the kid that's quiet, reserved, and just watching from the cut.
Right.
And those little dudes be the ones. You know what I mean? So I don't really overexert myself trying to preach nothing to nobody, teach anybody anything anymore until I see who's observing. Right. I see who's already taking the steps on their own to get popping. Every opportunity I've had from other people came from them seeing me working my ass off and being like, damn, if I contributed some more knowledge and opportunity to this dude, it would really help him. Not, oh, he's got talent, let me give him everything. That never happens. That never, ever, ever happens. You want to see somebody who already believes in themselves and is already putting in the work themselves, and then people want to add to what you're doing. Nobody wants to give you the whole whatever. But as far as work ethic goes, man, confidence is good, but work ethic's better. Like, that's, I think it's Steve Martin, the comedian, said, be so good they can't ignore you. And that's the best advice when it comes to, you know, you think you dope, you think your records is hitting. I mean, I record all the time. I cut a lot of records, and you know, I got a special connection.
I ain't gonna lie.
I got a special connection to all of them. Right. You know what I mean? But there's always something that can be improved, something that can be tweaked. a way that you can have it come across more accurate to what you heard in your head. And you gotta just keep swinging, and you're gonna get that home run eventually.
ANAX Entertainment.
My next question to you is, with all of these producers that you work with in the city, whether if it's here, local, or out of town, or outside of the country,
Spencer Alexander, and Darren.
Spencer, we're going to talk about other countries too, because I do know about your Jamaican trip.
Yeah.
Don't think I'm forgetting about that. That's coming. But my next question is though, how do you manage to be able to work with all of these producers and have good relationship with? Again, it comes back to the work ethics that I was saying, because there's some artists out there that can't even work with one producer to save their life if their life dependent on it. So how do you manage, if you take away your lyrics being dope or being able to create like dope ass materials to some of these beats that producers come at you with? Because I feel like that's more important. Like, yo, can this nigga kill this beat? You know what I mean? But even though it's important, it's not the reason why they all working with you and they enjoy working with you.
Aside from being, an artist can be talented, that's cool. I don't know, it depends on who the producer is, but for most people like working with somebody that's easy to work with. They like somebody that's just fun to be around, creative.
How are you able to create that environment for them?
I don't know. That's just my vibe. I just be chilling. So but also the thing too is nobody wants to work. Yeah, and that's it. You can't force a vibe, because I've tried. I've sat in a lot of sessions, met a lot of people, and it's a mutual respect, both talented, but it's just like you might not vibe at the time that way, or y'all just might not vibe on that, and that's cool. But a lot of people I work with, I genuinely like them as people. You know what I'm saying?
Have you had a situation where you like, damn, I like these niggas, but I couldn't vibe with them?
Yeah.
Many?
Yeah, it's a lot of times like in LA writing, you going through so many sessions, you sitting in with this producer, that producer, they got whole camps where they're trying to pair writers and producers. And it happens, you know what I mean? But I think to your earlier question, what allows me to get in sessions with so many people is, again, I've already been working. And that's what artists got to understand. You can't get all butthurt or offended whenever somebody don't want to take a session with you, somebody don't want to do a feature for you, You got to just keep working. Because I remember getting to a point where I was like, I ain't reaching out to because verses was coming hella late. You feel like somebody dragging, they feel like I ain't reaching out to nobody. I'm going to put my head down and work for 2 years, and that's it. And that's what I did. And then when I came back up after 2 years, and I looked around like, all right, who want to do a feature? You got to have some kind of following for something going besides good music, because it's 100 million people making good music.
For sure.
And then you might just get lucky though. If you just making music for fun, you might got a dope homie that make music for fun, but it's levels to the shit.
How'd you start recording with ANAX? What made you start working with them?
ANAX, shout out to Homework Jones and Jay Span. They hit me one day and they was like, yo man, we way out here out I-35, but dude, studio hella tight. And I was like, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm always like,
nah, you good. We want you to keep it real. This that keep it real spot. Keep it real.
Look, I don't get hype off nothing. Niggas to hype stuff up, and I don't like pulling up and then shit be whack. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, nigga, oh, he's so good, and then you pull up and it's just like,
crazy shit.
Y'all got a damn Fisher Price keyboard and shit. Like y'all niggas play me. You know what I mean? So I'm always a little skeptic. I am fancy when it comes to shit like that. So I was like, all right, let me see. And they told me like, nah, it's fire, it sound fire, sound. I was like, all right, let me see. And I think it was either Span or Jones that hooked it up, and I came out here and sat in for a session. I was like, yo, they really taking it seriously. Yeah. Like the sound is on point, the equipment's on point, and it's just good people here. You know what I mean? And I like the work ethic.
We appreciate
y'all wasn't trying to go to sleep. My thing is, whenever I get in the studio and work, like get sleep is cool, whatever. But when we come to the studio to lock in, bro, we can sleep at home.
Let's work.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody was like kept up. It was work. I'm like, all right,
that's what's up. Well, it's good to hear that though. And Miss Lena, that was a dope ass question. I appreciate that. I mean, one thing about my big bro David is I ain't never met nobody in the world that's as passionate, and not just passionate, but is dope at the craft. So it's like having him in the camp. Mm-hmm. It's phenomenal, and I was willing to do whatever to make it happen. So it is what it is. Definitely, that's what's up. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah,
I definitely wasn't expecting that, but that was dope. My next question though is, you spoke on like features and stuff. Have you ever got a feature that you were like, nah, I ain't interested, and then a couple months after, like, damn, I should have done that feature?
No, that ain't happened to me yet. I pride myself on having a good ear. I know when something crazy come across the email. I know, like I don't play those games. Like I can't remember who it was, but it's like a lot of the great artists be having. I think Pusha T was just saying he had niggas in Paris and passed on it, or did he write it? I don't know. It's certain records that people have. Like Just Blaze will bring him a beat, or Timbaland will bring him a beat, and then be like, nah, I can't get with it. And then Jay go make it a hit, or somebody else make it a hit. So I watched too many of those interviews to where I'm just like, you gotta pay attention to what's coming across. And a lot of times it's people's ego. A lot of artists' ego be like, I don't know who this is, da da da. Man, what's that dude, man? What's
Didn't Lloyd Banks?
What's his name? Something Vice. Eddie Vice.
Eddie Vice.
Yeah. Yo, that little dude hard. Bro.
Yeah,
he hard.
Shout out to Eddie Vice.
Yeah, shout out to Eddie Vice. I've been like bumping him since
right now.
Some months.
Right now, we in, as far as when I say we, ANAX, me, Davey, and Eddie Vice, we on a rocky relationship, all because of Eddie don't kind of know what he's trying to do. So, rocky.
Well, hopefully y'all fix that and then we can get on that remix. Cause
yo, Eddie, if you watching this, you heard that. Get it right.
Eddie, man.
Let's make it happen. What about 6ix9ine? What about the mainstream artists? I mean, we've heard a lot of stuff going on in the mainstream. Who do you think is popping right now, mainstream wise?
I can't really answer like who's pop. Like it's all subjective. Everything is everywhere. System overload. Like we getting bombarded with everything every second. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm just curating my vibe on what I like to listen to. You know, it's funny. I just started making playlists. Like last time I was making playlists, like I'm making playlists right now. It was back when Napster and Kazaa was a thing. You know what I'm saying? LimeWire. When I was making mixed CDs, and I ain't did that probably. Yeah, bro. I didn't like. I had Apple Music, iTunes.
Yo,
I never made a playlist.
LimeWire.
Yeah.
I was in high school when that shit came out.
Yeah, bro.
That's funny.
So now I'm like just rediscovering how dope it is to make a playlist on Apple Music. So what I've been doing, I'm making a playlist for my daughter, which is so tight to like be able to curate what your child is gonna grow up listening to. I mean, that's hella tight. So I've been a little bit of everything, man. Like
that's dope.
Sometimes I let it just play. And when something catch my ear, I just put it on a playlist. Like I got a gym playlist. I got a like just cruising playlist.
Right. When you create your playlist, do you mix it up with local and mainstream?
No, I don't even category. I just press play. Good. Whatever sounds good. There's no
you adding it.
Yeah.
Straight up. Speaking of local, what do you see about the local scene? When I say local, I mean Kansas City in general. You've been repping KC for years. Matter of fact, I got put on your music from when you did Red and Yellow.
Mm-hmm.
I knew about your other records, but I was not like super into it until the day I heard Red and Yellow.
Right. Yeah,
I said, yo, no offense to Wiz now, Wiz is dope, but I truly be wishing that you was the first one that came out with that beat. So there's Red and Yellow by that boy NOWDAZE.
City boy in the middle of the map, yeah. And I'm KC stunting. Welcome to the town, homie, you don't want nothing, no. And if you cut me, I would probably bleed. Red and yellow, red and yellow, red and yellow, red and yellow. See, y'all just Indians and we the Chiefs. Red and yellow, red and yellow, red and yellow, red and yellow. Yep, for my city, I rep for my city, I be the wake up call, a nigga slept on my city like. I'm like tech for my city, and he told me I'm ready, so I'm next for my city now. This is Kansas City, homes. No, it ain't no cows here.
ANAX
Only moving chickens and getting money.
What you got coming up?
Just recording right now. Just recording.
Just recording?
Some videos I need to get finished. Just yeah.
What's holding you back?
Real life is kicking my ass.
I feel you. Speaking of real life, you know, you and I follow each other on Facebook and other social media platforms. I recently saw one of your posts where it looked like you're going through some personal stuff. My question for you is, how does that impact your creativity when you create music? Or does it, or doesn't? I mean, what's up?
It's interesting. It's really interesting. I've created some of the most upbeat, happy, like cool, good vibe music when I was in the shittiest place ever. And I've also created some of the most like dark, real shit when I was in a happy place.
Okay.
So it's interesting. What it does though, I compartmentalize it. I put it in like a little file folder in my head, and then tell myself that I'm dealing with it or going through it so that I can put it in music later to help somebody else. So that's the biggest way that it impacts.
Think about other people when you writing records for yourself? And why is that?
Because if I don't, I'm going through all this shit for no reason. You know what I mean? Like if I don't help somebody else, then I feel like I'm just going through it for the hell of it.
To get your point, you're not just making music because you think it sounds good, but you also actually listen to other people and think about other people as well.
Yeah, I
Why
believe
you creating the music.
Yeah, I believe part of music,
That's
especially
dope.
hip hop, is the message.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah,
That's
for
dope.
sure, for sure.
I respect that. I respect that because I know a lot of musicians that don't think that way. They get a beat and they write and they don't think about anything else. Now you wondering why your song ain't nobody fucking with it.
You gotta
Because you
feel it.
wasn't thinking about anybody when you wrote that song. You only thinking about your block and that one street across the street. What is the best song that you feel like you've ever put out?
Damn, I don't really listen to my own music unless I'm about to perform.
Ooh.
So that's crazy. I got like 10 albums out. That's a
Wait,
tough one.
hold up. Wait, what you mean you don't listen to your own music?
Once it's out, it's a conversation that's been had already to me. You know what I mean? And
So you see your music as conversations?
yeah, it's like therapeutic. I've processed it. I don't talk to people in real life a lot. I talk to the
weird as fuck, but in a good way though. That's weird as fuck because this is the first time I'm hearing shit like that. That once you release the record, I've heard many artists say they don't listen to your stuff, but I assume that even when it's released, they still bumped it every once in a while. But I never heard nobody saying that. Yo,
Yeah, for
once
the
it's
concert,
released,
you know, I gotta learn the words when I'm about to perform it. But yeah, once I've got it out, it's been processed. It's been
it's done deal. You want to?
yeah. I wanna yeah.
That's why you be making a lot of shit.
Yeah. Because I don't talk to people that much.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like
Talk to the
the
beat.
way people know what's going on with me is they'll listen to a record. Because, hey, what's up? Oh, it's all good. I can't complain.
Go ahead.
And
man.
you hear a record like, nigga.
Exactly.
Why you didn't tell me? It's like, took a trip to Jamaica. Shout out to Banks Music Group.
Ooh. Ooh. Hold up. That Jamaican thing. Cut. Time to cut. Root boy, cut that one. Cut that one. Wait.
ANAX Entertainment.
Now we on the Jamaican topic.
Yeah.
Everything about Jamaica. Why Jamaica? I mean, there's like tons of countries around the world. You could have went to Canada, like I did a few years ago. You could have went to Africa. I felt some type of ways when I heard that you was in Jamaica, because I want to go to Jamaica.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I'm so jealous. He out there in Jamaica kicking it.
Yeah.
Did you smell the ganja when you got out of the plane?
It smells, the whole place smells like tropical. It smells like fruit. And I don't know, man. It smells like paradise. That sounds like kind of funny, but I swear on everything, it smells like paradise. Like, it smells like paradise.
Word, when you got out of the plane.
It's amazing.
What's your expectation about Jamaica, the way you felt while you was out there?
Well, you know, they like talk about it's like real dangerous. Everybody was, yo, don't wear no jewelry. Yo, don't. And I'm not saying it's not. I was just blessed to, you know, I was low key, and I was blessed to. I didn't do nothing touristy, and I was just kind of in the real spots everywhere, and it was cool. So it wasn't as. I don't think it was as dangerous as everybody tried to make it sound.
Right.
I think it's how you carry yourself wherever you go. Because if you're from the hood in Chicago, it's similar to the hood in Tennessee, which I'm sure is the same as. It might be. It has subtle differences, but it's certain rules and respect that you got to carry yourself wherever you go around the world.
So you gotta be
So
street
it's cool,
smart
man.
too.
Yeah,
I heard you had some run-ins with the law down there. How did that go?
yeah, man. I got pulled over by the police.
Jamaican police?
I was
All you gotta do is just throw out some dollars at them niggas. They gonna let you go. Ain't that what it is, they?
That's what I thought it would have did. You know?
Did they say anything about Bumble Clock?
Yeah,
They did? You heard Bumble Clock like how many times?
just once. Cause
Nah.
what happened was the police had pulled me over. I was on the phone with Shanga actually, and I was driving. And the driving's crazy, getting used to driving on the other side. But I was driving, and we was talking on the phone, and I saw this dude jump out in the street, start waving his arms like this.
For what?
Well, here's the thing: everybody's trying to sell you something. Like a lot of people be trying to sell you something. So I'm thinking, like, damn, this hustle crazy. He gonna jump out in the highway to try to sell me something? You know what I mean? So I'm on the phone with Chong, and I'm like, yo, this fool just jumped out in the street, trying to flag me down. I didn't know if he wanted me to stop to get a ride or what. I'm out of the country, so I keep going. And then I started thinking, I'm like, that was weird. So I asked Chong, I was like, yo, what does y'all police look like? Cause I didn't think I was speeding. And he was like, I can't remember. I think they were like black pants with a red stripe. Yeah, he said something weird. And I'm like, Yeah, nah, he looked like a bellhop. He don't look like police. And sure enough, they jumped in the car, sped up on me.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, you going too fast, da 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 da. And I'm also thinking like, yo, I hope these ain't fake police.
Right.
And I told him, I was like, I don't know what the police look like over here, fam. I'm not even from here.
Speaking of police, though, looking at the political climate here in the U.S., I know here in the state, there's been many times, like, especially being in Kansas for all these years, I get pulled over by Kansas cops, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
I will say they're more respectful in Jamaica for sure.
Yeah.
You don't have that, hillbilly shit going on out there. You didn't feel like it's a black man pulling over another. I didn't, and that's for the first time in my life. I got pulled over by the police.
That's interesting.
And didn't feel the imminent threat of am I going to get shot and killed over.
Right. I heard them yard man pull up in big trucks, man. Trying to walk one with that, man.
Pull up in Jeeps, man.
Yeah, they got the fully whatever, just all kind of hanging off.
In case you
walk on that M16, man.
But overall, you didn't feel like your life was in danger.
Nah, he was respectful. He was like,
shout out to all Jamaican policemen out there that's doing a great job to keep the country safe. Y'all doing an amazing job, man. We hearing it, we feeling it.
Shout out to the public.
So that's dope. So why is you in Jamaica? I've heard some new stuff that's that's being worked on. But we're gonna let y'all hear a little piece of it soon. What are some of the projects that you did there? Who are some of the people that you work with in Jamaica?
I work with Stain Don. He's dope. Upcoming artist out of Jamaica. Kingston, right?
Yeah.
Kingston. Yeah. And work with Banks. Amazing dude. Just a good dude. We had a lot of dope talks. You know what I'm saying? Before we even really started working on music, we just kind of sat and vibed and just chopped it up. And it was dope, man. It was like a spiritual little trip.
Can you see yourself going back to Jamaica soon?
Yeah, for sure.
Can I come with you, bro?
Yeah, Shmad, bro. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Bet.
ANAX Entertainment.
Kansas City. We know that KC got great talent. And would you agree?
For sure.
Okay. Why are we not up there to the level where we should be? If you ask me, I feel like places like ATL, New York, Miami, all these niggas got artists like coming out the woodwork. Like I be hearing names and I'm like, what the fuck kind of name is that? But they popping. They making it work. So what's the disconnect from Kansas City versus the mainstream? Like why is mainstream artists not working with local KC artists? Why is it that whenever Lil Wayne or Drake come out here and do a show, them niggas dip out like 2 hours after their show? They don't want to be here.
Versus in Miami.
You feel me?
4 days.
Thank you. They'll be at some VIP spot kicking it with people over there, taking pictures. They be at the local spot. But I don't see that in KC. To me, I feel like, they know we love music. They know we will pay. They know we gonna come to the show. So they come here, collect the bag, secure it, and they bounce. But my point is, I feel like there's a disconnect, if you ask me.
I don't know, man. You gotta just know it's Lil Wayne comes in town, Drake comes in town, and there are people from Kansas City that they do sit down and chop it up with. See what I'm saying? It's a myth. It's a myth that we don't have people running the industry right now. You got to do your research. And that's the thing. If you know, you know.
Right.
If you know, you know.
Right. What's separate nowadays from the rest?
I mean, I'm different from anybody on the planet. And the first thing I guess would just be not worrying about anybody else. Like you gotta focus on your circumstance right now. So nobody else has lived the life I live. Nobody else has the exact influences. I mean, it's not better or worse. Nobody on this planet is the same. You know what I mean? I'm willing to turn it up all the way so you can see exactly how myself I am.
That's dope. Interesting. So you read Casey so hard. Why? Why do you rate KC so hard? And what has the city done for you to help you improve your music or get up to the level where you need to be?
I mean, I'm from here, so that's a given, and it's what helped nurture my work ethic and my hustle. Is not having all the record labels and media all here like a New York or LA does. Making you have to get up and believe in yourself enough to get off the couch, get in the car, and drive there. If I lived in New York, I might take it a little bit more for granted that Double XL was right down the street and I could walk to it.
Right.
I wouldn't have to be as hungry as a guy from Wisconsin who had to get there. You know what I mean? So I think that's the biggest impact. You know what I mean? And I let it be known because it's a lot of like people want a perception of being from the big popping place, and that causes people to think only the good content's only coming from these places.
Right.
So I want to let them know, like, hey man, we got talent.
Straight up. I remember you pulled up on us at the KC Music Jam, showed some love. I thought it was dope. But what local shows do you have coming up? Do you have any local shows coming up?
I don't have anything.
Working with any local promoters?
Locally, not so much. Like, it's gonna be a good homecoming show when I do it.
Why haven't you done any? Because there's been a lot of shows going on.
Yeah, I don't like oversaturating, honestly.
Okay.
I don't like oversaturating, and it gotta be special. I don't want to do anything I've already done.
Right.
To elaborate on the question before, as an artist, as your caliber, and stuff like that, the type of music that you do there, you know what I'm saying, they're commercial music, they're industry standard music. Why are some people will ask, why are you not out there as the Pusha T's, the Dre, you know what I'm saying?
Take money.
Yeah.
Good question.
You know what I'm saying?
Takes
Good question.
money.
I like that.
My investor is sitting right here in this chair looking into the camera right now. You know what I'm saying? So there comes, it's just money. It takes money. It takes a lot of money to advertise music to get as big as those type of artists. So it's a bit of a different race that, say, a Drake is running than what I'm running. Drake is an investment for a lot of people, which means a lot of people have to say so on what he can and can't do, what he can and can't say, where he need to be, because if you drop the ball, a lot of people lose money. And that's not necessarily what I'm into. I like doing what I like to do at my pace, you know. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just an investor. You get an investor, you can take SoundCloud unknown guy, can go from that to the biggest thing in the world overnight.
I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one. So you telling me if a nigga sound like ass,
Yeah.
just because you have money, you can make him big?
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
When people hear the music,
I'm gonna elaborate. Hold on, I'm gonna elaborate on that because
if a nigga
really,
sound like ass, and I'm hearing it as a fan, you can't tell me. I don't care how much money you put behind him. I'm gonna still be like, that dude is trash.
But here's what's gonna happen.
but the fact that you're hearing him though,
Yeah,
I'm hearing it, but I'm hearing trash music.
but you're gonna
It don't
tell
matter.
people how trash he is. I guarantee.
exactly, and the music is gonna spread. As
Well,
what
you
he
kinda
said,
got a point.
as what he
See how-
said.
So, you all about spreading?
a real artist that you was already
How
hot.
you think music spread? Yeah.
Imagine if it was. That's what I'm saying, bro. So it's
Well, then whoever that's investing, they investing their money on their own. I'm just saying.
capitalism.
I'm glad he said
weird-
about
Yeah.
investing in music, because there's a lot of upcoming artists out there that doesn't invest in themselves.
Right.
They don't see. They'd rather steal. I'm elaborating the word steal a beat from YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Do a song on it. Try to go to the cheapest studios possible. Get what they pay for, whatever. Complain about it later, and try to push it out there, and then sit down, complain why they ain't popping, why they ain't there, why they ain't here.
Everybody faking.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody, exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody faking.
Yeah, man,
know
it's
what I'm
all about investments, man. You invest enough time, energy, money, whatever, into anything, eventually you're gonna start seeing results with it. And if you got more to invest from the gate, you're gonna move a lot faster.
So, do you think you could achieve a lot better with your music with the proper amount of funds? And if so,
Yeah,
how much funds would it be?
Well, investor.
That's what I'm saying. Talk to the people.
Oh,
You never know who's gonna be watching.
I mean, to keep it real, you can make something shake with 20K. You can make some shit with 20 million. You know what I mean? It's just, it boils down to a solid game plan and knowing what your destination is and how you gonna get there. But yeah, the more money, the better. It's just, no artist or creator is gonna be, oh, that's too much money.
Yeah.
Like you throwing, if you're a hustler, the thing is, I'm a hustler. and a creative. So I understand investments and return on investments and all that stuff. So it's the way you gotta approach it. So, you know, just shoot your boy the bag. We're gonna make some good music. You're gonna make some money. You know, we'll figure it out. Or I can just get my own bag. You know what I mean? So that's that's the whole thing. It comes down to me being happy. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, am I gonna be happy under the stipulations and whatever it comes with an investor?
Real talk.
Versus the time and energy. Because to keep it real, bro, like, it's not fun being on, like, I just turned 30. It's not fun being away from, like, loved ones and shit for like 5 months at a time on tour every night in a different city. That shit, I'm cool.
Right.
Like, I kind of want to do stuff how I want to do.
Right.
You know
how many states and cities have you toured in so far?
I'm pretty sure out of all the states I've been to like 40, 45 of them at least.
So, how do you get shows?
Well, it's just relationships.
Right.
It's relationships. You have promoters will reach out to you whenever you got something that they know is gonna bring some heads through the door.
Right.
They want some money. So they gonna hit you.
Speaking of that, ANAX want to book you for our next show. We got the next Kansas City Music Jam coming up, so
let's go.
We might want you to headline that for us.
Let's do it.
Now, quick question. Two-part question. Do you have a team that you work with? Like, you know, a lot of artists got, you know, Drake, he got his team, he got his writers and whatever. He got a bunch of team, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of people on this team, I say. Do you particularly have a team?
Well, I work with ANAX. Boom, here we are. And then I have Celestial Films, which is really dope. They do my video work for me.
Yeah, they're dope.
And I got a pretty small little circle of people. I just try to make it so we put out the best product, because I know I'm a billboard for whatever comes out. Yeah, and then I try to turn a lot of people onto them too. Like, I want everybody to eat. If you dope, you know, and we got the same principles, I'm gonna want you to win. I'm gonna want you to eat. So, yes, that's really the people that I can think of off the top of my head. And then I got the producers I work with, for sure.
Right. Speaking of working with, if you had to collaborate with somebody in the mainstream right now, who would it be and why?
I don't know if it's mainstream. Like, all that stuff, it's kind of blended together. Like, I don't think there's such thing as mainstream. There's no such thing as local anymore. There's no such thing as, like, radio. There's no such.
Go by what sounds good.
It's the vibe. It's like, yeah, exactly. Because in this day and age, I got so many options to pick what I want exactly. That shit don't even exist.
Speaking of that, that's my number one reason why I love, like, living in America, like, on some G shit. A lot of people ask me all the time, you know, being born from Ghana. I don't just like that. We can do all these things no matter where we at, you feel me? But the options. Like, you know, US is that one place that you can walk to Walmart and nigga, you got shit ton of different shit.
I noticed that in Jamaica. You go to the little, what they call it? What they call the stores?
Changa.
What they call the stores over there? The haberdasheries?
Yeah.
It's like, all I know is there's like only a few products and they're all behind like gates. Like, you can't touch it.
Yeah, you can't touch, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so the selection, okay, this is weird. I kind of like that though.
Gotcha.
Like, sometimes I get turned off by too many options.
Right. Now, I came from a place where you didn't have much options growing up. Growing up in Ghana, nigga, you got this. That's all you got.
Right.
So you got to figure out how you gonna like it or you don't. That's on you. So came up here, and no matter where you go to, you have so many options to work with. For me, I think that's beautiful, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why it makes this country so great. You feel
that's
me?
A blessing.
Even if, because you don't get that in many places. Of course, in the healthcare, you know, there's a place where you go, you get sick, you finna die of the headache. You know, simple headache, you finna die. So that's what makes this place so great. But then again, when it comes to music, everybody looks up to you as like the central part. Yeah, UK market, Asia market, Africa market, all that is popping. But guess what? If you ain't popping in the state, I'm sorry, you ain't popping nowhere. This is the Mecca. You know what I mean? So that's why popping up here is really, really important, because everybody look up to the stuff that's going on here. We getting ready to, you know, shut this podcast down. My last question for you is, what is your message for the people? What I mean by for the people is the fans, other musicians or anybody that's watching you right now, you get the time to talk to them?
Always have a different message. I think this time, just where I'm at in life, it's important for everybody to know that everything in life changes. Everything changes. Just know that everything has a season. It all changes. So, with that, if you're in a real good spot right now, you're real happy with what you have, you need to be thanking God and embracing all the blessings and the great things going on in your life, because everything is fleeting. Everything changes. You know, it could get better, could go away, but lock in on what's good. On the flip side, if you're in a storm right now, shit is crazy for you, you really not understanding why life is so shitty right now, everything changes. And at this point, if you're at your lowest, it can literally do nothing but go up. So hang in there and know that shit is changing. But whatever your present situation is, embrace it to the fullest, get you a lesson out of it, or just soak it up and enjoy it. But lock in right now, because now is the only time that matters.
Nowadays. Well. Peace.
Y'all forgot to do the t-shirts and stuff.
Oh, and let's do that.
This shit just went off.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah, China, let's do that real quick. So how we gonna do that though, China? You gonna bring it in? I'm gonna say, you know what? Since we love you so much, Dave and I went to the drawing board and we came up with the dopest present we can ever give you. Matter of fact, I remember you gave us some shit when we came to your
T-shirt is already
China, you recording?
Yeah, it's recording.
Oh, it's recording? Alright, bet. Alright, so this moment of the show is very special, not for me, for the whole camp, because again, you're somebody that we enjoy working with and we love having you as part of the team.
Yeah,
so my present for you is coming. My man Chunky, what's up, man? You got the stuff?
Oh, that's hard.
Let's see what's Gucci.
That's hard.
You already know. Let the man get one.
Fire.
Where that T go? Hold up. Let me see that black and gold, man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, man.
Yo.
Hold up. You know what I mean? Got that lodge. Got that lodge right there. Yo,
These are crazy.
pick one, man. Any color you want. I know you like the black and yellow though, but yeah, that's the Royals joint
Royals
right
is
there.
kind of hard.
Yo,
It's hard to choose.
yo. Help yourself.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
Oh man, you
Super
already
dope.
know. Thank
Good
you.
look, bro.
Thank you.
Definitely go with the
Appreciate
Royals one.
it. Yeah, and you
The
got
t-shirts.
that. Yup.
Fire.
Yes, sir. Hey, we appreciate what you gave us when we came up to your last album release. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
I think China still be rocking that song.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, shout out to
yeah.
I ain't gonna. What'd you say? He still do?
I'll be
He
do.
do?
He go
Man's
down.
got some comfortable socks.
Yeah.
He actually called me. Now remember, when Chugga called, I'm answering. That's my bro today. Like, for Chugga to talk about something, that means it's worth it. And Chugga hit me up like, G, remember that socks?
I especially wash them socks so they don't
You
be stained.
I was thinking he might tell me about some beat. Oh, bro, remember that socks Irv gave us, man? That socks is so firm on my feet.
Socks.
Yeah, hey, we appreciate having you, man. So again, ANAX blog, we in the building. ANAX Music Talk. We coming back next week or the week after with some new stuff, man. You want to tap into this, man? It's the new hottest thing in the city right
To Steve Slade, shout out to Dominique Sanders, shout out to Church Boy. If I'm forgetting anybody, go listen to my music on iTunes right now. The production credits will be on there. Everybody that I work with, I'm gonna say 70%, 75% of them are from the city, and they amazing. Shout out to my boy Jay White, man. Congrats, salute. That's big. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of stuff, a lot of artists and a lot of producers that I'm working with that are from Kansas City that are amazing.